It's been interesting because since your article dropped, I gotta say, it has got all the buzz. If you are on X, if you're on Instagram, TikTok for the young kids, you know that Caitlin Clark is the Time Athlete of the Year. How has your 24 hours been since the articles dropped?
It's been awesome, and just the reaction. Obviously, people so excited not only about women's basketball, but about women's sports, and how excited and deserving, not only myself, but just women's sports as a whole.
What did Caitlin Clark reveal that left Sheryl Swoopes speechless? In her latest interview, the WNBA star dropped some jaw-dropping insights that are shaking up the basketball world. Keep watching to find out what is everyone talking.
Sheryl, I'll start with you. What's your reaction to Caitlin Clark winning Time Magazine Athlete of the Year?
I don't think I'm surprised. I'm curious to know who the other candidates were.
Caitlin Clark's recent win as Time Magazine's Athlete of the Year was a monumental achievement for women's basketball. Her performance on the court has been extraordinary, and her rise to stardom has caught the attention of fans, athletes, and critics alike. However, this victory was not without its fair share of controversy, specifically from none other than Sheryl Swoopes, a WNBA legend and four-time champion, who became an unexpected critic of Clark's success.
And I've grown up a huge women's sports fan, whether it was basketball, whether it was soccer, whether it was volleyball, you go down the list. Like, I grew up loving it and watching it, so it's pretty special. Like, it doesn't really feel real that I get to be here, but an amazing honor.
Swoopes, once the face of women's basketball, didn't take kindly to Clark's recognition, sparking heated debates about what truly defines greatness in the sport. Her comments questioned the criteria for Clark's award, suggesting that perhaps it wasn't Clark's on-court performance, but her broader cultural impact that earned her the honor. Swoopes also implied that other athletes, including herself,
The fact that that's the very first WNBA player to ever win Time Magazine Athlete of the Year is pretty special. And my question is, like the criteria, is it based off of her performance on the court, which, yeah, she had a great year, or is it more about the impact that she had on the game this season?
might have been more deserving of the title. These statements immediately set social media ablaze, with fans, analysts, and even other players weighing in. But instead of letting the criticism take root, Caitlin Clark responded with a level of maturity and grace that left everyone stunned. Rather than retaliate or get defensive, Clark chose to elevate the conversation, showing that true leadership is not about tearing others down to build oneself up, but about lifting the sport and everyone in it along the way.
It's fun to reflect back and think about all the amazing things that I was able to accomplish and the people that I got to do it with. I think that's what's made it so special. Is I've had my family with me the whole time, my friends, amazing teammates, amazing coaches, and it wouldn't be possible without all of them. So just really fortunate.
This response wasn't just a personal victory for Clark. It was a lesson in how to handle adversity with class and poise. Clark's rise to prominence has been nothing short of spectacular. From setting records to leading her team with poise and confidence, she has quickly become the face of the new generation of women's basketball stars. But while her performances on the court speak volumes, it's her actions off the court that have garnered even more respect. The controversy surrounding her win could have easily escalated into a divisive moment, but Clark turned it into an opportunity to shine even brighter. Let's take a closer look at the dynamic between Clark and Swoopes.
This is just probably just the impact of the sport, a little bit of it's a little bit of everything, right? So
Yeah, I mean,
when you think about,
you
just think about athletes of this year,
Yeah.
it's her, the swimmer.
What swimmer?
For Olympics.
Katie Ledecky.
Her performance.
Shit, you can put
in the
Simone
Olympics.
Biles back in there.
You can put her back in there. Probably LeBron from his Olympics.
While Swoopes has become increasingly critical of the younger generation of players, often questioning their accomplishments, Clark has chosen a different path. She acknowledges the athletes who paved the way for her success, like Swoopes herself, and emphasizes that her rise to fame is not just about personal achievement, but about the growth and visibility of women's basketball as a whole. In a powerful interview, Clark explained how much of her career is rooted in the hard work of those who came before her. and she expressed a deep sense of gratitude for the opportunities that have been afforded to her. She spoke candidly about how important it is to highlight the contributions of Black women in the league.
Well, it's been a crazy year. It's hard to think about. Like, I was basically just starting my senior year of college at this time last year. And then I graduated. I missed my college graduation, got drafted here in New York City, basically moved right to Indianapolis and basically start like a whole new chapter of your life instantly, and you don't really have much time to adjust. But lucky enough, I had a really great support system and family around, and I'm from the Midwest, so didn't take me too long, but this past year has just been amazing.
Noting that many of the athletes who built the WNBA into what it is today have been Black women. Clark's acknowledgement of these contributions shows a level of self-awareness and social responsibility that is rare for someone so young. Her response to the Time magazine controversy was equally mature. Instead of firing back at her critics or adding fuel to the fire, Clark took the high road. She focused on the positive aspects of her journey, the support she's received from her family, teammates, and coaches, and expressed gratitude for the platform she now has to inspire others. While Swoopes questioned her award, Clark chose to use the spotlight to highlight the importance of supporting and celebrating all athletes.
Know how you feel or how you respond to some of those criticisms when you have to deal with something that it's really not your problem. Like, I feel like it's them looking in a mirror a little bit, but it still comes down on your shoulders.
I feel like I always have had really good perspective on everything that's kind of happened in my life, whether that's been good, whether that's been bad. And then obviously coming to the WNBA, like I've said, I feel like I've earned every single thing that's happened to me over the course of my career.
Especially those from marginalized communities. One of the most striking aspects of Clark's response is her refusal to engage in petty rivalries. Instead of casting doubt on the achievements of others, she has chosen to support and elevate those around her. This is a far cry from the approach taken by some of her critics, who have often focused on tearing down younger players instead of fostering growth in the sport. Clark's message is clear: you don't need to diminish others to succeed. This attitude has not only won her respect within the basketball world, but has also resonated with fans and players alike. Her response has positioned her as a fierce competitor and a leader in the truest sense of the word. Fans have flooded social media with messages of support.
Also, I grew up a fan of this league from a very young age. Like, my favorite player was Maya Moore. Like, I know what this league was about. And like I said, like, it's only been around 25 plus years. So I know there's been so many amazing Black women that have been in this league, and continuing to uplift them, I think, is very important. And that's something I'm very aware of. And like I said, like, I try to just be real and authentic and, you know, share my truth. And I think that's very easy for me. Like, I'm very comfortable in my own skin. And that's kind of been how it is my entire life.
Praising her for her composure and her ability to stay focused on the bigger picture. Clark's response has made it clear that she is more than just a talented player. She is a trailblazer who is shaping the future of women's sports. It's also important to note that Clark's achievements go beyond her success. She has drawn more eyes to the WNBA, and her presence on the court has helped boost ticket sales and television ratings for the league. The impact of her rise to fame extends far beyond her accolades. It has elevated the entire sport. Clark's dedication to growing the game and ensuring that future generations of players have the same opportunities she has is evident in her words and actions. While Swoopes' comments may have been rooted in jealousy or frustration, they also serve as a reminder of the generational divide that often exists in sports. The veterans, who have seen the game evolve over the years, sometimes struggle to accept the new wave of talent that is reshaping the landscape. But Clark's ability to handle criticism with grace and maturity highlights the new wave of leadership in sports. A leadership that values collaboration and mutual respect over competition and division. The story of Caitlin Clark is one of perseverance, growth, and leadership. She has risen from a young, talented player to one of the most recognizable faces in women's basketball, all while handling criticism with remarkable poise. But her journey is far from over. As the WNBA continues to grow and evolve, Clark's influence will only continue to expand. Her approach to leadership and her focus on uplifting others are qualities that will define her career and solidify her place in history as one of the greatest players to ever play the game. In the end, the drama surrounding Clark's win is much more than a simple debate over who deserves recognition. It's a reflection of the growing pains that come with progress. As new stars rise to prominence, they must contend with the legacy of those who came before them. But rather than allowing these tensions to tear the sport apart, Caitlin Clark has shown that it's possible to honor the past while forging a new path forward. In doing so, she's not just winning accolades, she's winning hearts and minds, ensuring that the future of women's basketball is brighter than ever. Clark's ability to rise above the controversy and continue to focus on the game itself is a testament to her character. Her leadership both on and off the court has redefined what it means to be a role model in the world of sports. And as she continues to break records and inspire future generations, it's clear that Caitlin Clark is just getting started. The best is yet to come. What do you think about Caitlin's bold statements? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want more exciting updates on the world of basketball, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a game-changing moment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.